Before Columbus, before the Spanish conquest, there was another fleet, larger, stronger, and far more advanced. Zheng He's treasure ships once sailed the Indian Ocean like floating fortresses. But what if one voyage crossed the Pacific and stayed? What if China colonized the Americas a century before Europe even knew they existed? Let's explore the alternate timeline where Ming China reached the New World first. Zheng He was no ordinary explorer, a Muslim eunuch serving under the Yongle Emperor of China's Ming dynasty. Zheng commanded the largest fleet the world had ever seen. Between 1405 and 1433, he led 7 voyages that dwarfed European expeditions of the time. His ships were said to be over 120 meters long, carrying hundreds of sailors and advanced navigation tools. But Zheng He's missions were diplomatic and economic, not colonial. He built alliances, opened trade routes, and showed the world the Ming dynasty's power before China turned inward, halting oceanic exploration. Here's where history bends. What if, during one of his voyages, Zheng He sailed beyond known waters, not west toward Africa, but east, across the vast Pacific Ocean? It's possible. Chinese navigational charts and star maps were centuries ahead of their time. If one fleet had reached the Americas, the Ming dynasty might have claimed entire territories before Columbus was even born. Picture it, the year 1420, massive Chinese treasure ships drop anchor off the coast of what we now call Mexico. Native peoples, Maya or Aztec coastal communities, watch in awe as the largest wooden ships they've ever seen tower over the waterline. The Chinese, masters of diplomacy, established trade rather than war. Silk, porcelain, and gunpowder weapons are exchanged for maize, cacao, and precious metals. Within a generation, small Chinese settlements take root, protected by advanced weaponry and naval reinforcements. The Americas transform quickly. Ming architectural styles blend with Mesoamerican pyramids, creating hybrid cities of curved pagoda roofs and step pyramids. Agricultural exchange explodes. Rice, soybeans, and new irrigation methods spread across the continent, boosting food production. With Chinese metallurgy and gunpowder, local powers centralize faster, forming strong alliances under Chinese advisors. By the 1500s, instead of European conquest, a network of Chinese-influenced states dominates the Americas. When Spain's Columbus finally arrives, he finds fortified port cities flying Ming banners. This single change alters everything. China, already wealthy, now controls Pacific trade routes and gains access to American gold and silver centuries early. The flow of wealth strengthens the Ming Navy, and China establishes permanent colonies along the west coast of the Americas. Europe's age of exploration, delayed or even crushed. With China already holding a dominant position, European powers are forced to negotiate instead of conquer. The Americas speak Mandarin as a trade language. By the 1700s, a trans-Pacific Silk Road connects Beijing to Mexico City, San Francisco, and Lima. Technological innovation accelerates. Gunpowder weapons develop faster thanks to American resources and Chinese engineering. Astronomy advances as knowledge from both hemispheres merges. Mayan astronomical expertise, paired with Chinese star charts, leads to better navigation and calendars. Culturally, an entirely new society emerges. Chinese writing adapted to native languages, Confucian philosophy blending with native spiritual traditions, and cities filled with both dragon statues and feathered serpent carvings. But not all outcomes are positive. A powerful colonial China could bring its own form of exploitation, extracting resources at massive scale. Advanced weaponry accelerates warfare among native states aligned with different powers. Diseases, though still a factor, spread even faster as trade increases. In short, progress comes at a cost, just one wearing silk instead of a Spanish armor. A single choice, a voyage east instead of west, might have rewritten global history. China could have been the world's first global superpower, shaping culture, language, and technology for centuries to come. Would that have led to a peaceful, prosperous world, or simply a different form of empire and conflict? What do you think? Would an early Chinese America be a golden age or just history repeating itself in another color? Share your thoughts in the comments.